Get ready for the most intense, jaw-dropping road rage moments ever caught on Dashcam. From wild chases to unbelievable confrontations, these clips will leave you speechless. Buckle up, because this ride is about to get bumpy. Look at this unbelievable scene on the highway. Two angry drivers, both fathers, are squaring off in a heated argument. Suddenly, the situation takes a horrifying turn as both men pull out guns. In a tragic twist, each father's bullet misses its intended target and strikes the other man's daughter instead. These poor girls, caught in the crossfire of their father's senseless rage, are now victims of a road dispute gone terribly wrong. Watch this tense situation escalate quickly on a busy street. An enraged driver suddenly whips out a gun, sending other motorists into a panic. Luckily, a police officer happens to be just around the corner. The cop springs into action, ordering the armed driver to show his hands. This could have gone sideways fast, but thanks to that officer's quick response, a potentially deadly road rage incident was diffused. This wild road rage incident kicks off when one car cuts off a red van. Moments later, the van retaliates, nearly causing a crash before both vehicles screech to a halt. Things take a violent turn as the car's driver jumps out and starts pummeling the van driver. Suddenly, gunshots ring out. The van driver fires multiple rounds, hitting his attacker in the arm and even striking a passing car. This shocking dashcam footage captures a terrifying road rage encounter. A woman can be seen aiming a gun at another vehicle and firing, despite a child being in the back seat. Her male companion reportedly assaults the victim as well, turning this traffic dispute into a dangerous crime. Thankfully, the victim escaped with only a possible graze wound and was treated at a local hospital. This road rage incident takes a deadly turn at a stoplight. Two men are duking it out in the middle of the street, fists flying. Out of nowhere, one guy whips out a gun. Turns out the shooter is just 19 years old, now facing serious charges. A judge slapped him with no bail, showing how quickly a traffic dispute can ruin your life. This road rage incident quickly spirals out of control at a busy intersection. This guy in his car allegedly cuts off a motorcyclist and chucks something at him. The biker fires back with a middle finger, setting the stage for a tense showdown. As they stop at a red light, both men leap from their vehicles. Suddenly, the situation becomes deadly serious. One guy pulls a knife, while the other whips out a gun. Talk about a traffic dispute turning into a Wild West standoff. Check out this crazy scene unfolding at an In-N-Out drive-thru. Two cars full of angry people are going at it, right in line for their burgers. You can see folks leaning out of windows, shouting and gesturing wildly at each other. This drive-thru drama is definitely not on the menu, turning a simple fast food run into an all-out road rage spectacle. Who knew waiting for fries could get so intense? A guy storms up to a car, clearly looking for trouble. Suddenly, the driver whips out a gun, catching the aggressor off guard. He yells at the guy to back off, but the warning falls on deaf ears. Next thing you know, bam, the driver fires a shot into the air. That warning shot sure gets the message across fast, sending the other guy scrambling away. A sedan and truck collide, but instead of stopping, the truck tries to flee. That's when things get really nuts. The sedan driver loses it, spinning his car in circles like a mad carousel. He's smashing into other vehicles left and right, creating total chaos on the road. LAPD swoops in and nabs the sedan driver, slapping him with assault charges. Apparently, this guy didn't have insurance. Shocking footage captures a deadly road rage incident. A man rushes up to a white Chevy pickup, gun in hand. He takes a swing at the driver while brandishing the weapon. Suddenly, the tables turn. The driver pulls out their own gun. In a split second, shots ring out and the guy crumples to the ground. What started as an angry confrontation ends in tragedy, showing how quickly road rage can turn fatal. Watch this guy completely lose it in a wild road rage incident. He floors it, ramming his car straight into another vehicle like a battering ram. Not satisfied with just denting the other car, he takes it up a notch. The enraged driver jumps out and starts smashing the victim's window, sending glass flying everywhere. Talk about taking road rage to the extreme. This dude's facing serious charges. The footage shows this guy approaching another vehicle, clearly fuming. Suddenly, he whips out a gun, cranking up the danger level in an instant. Shots ring out, transforming a traffic dispute into a potential crime scene. The shooter later turned themselves in to deputies, likely realizing how badly their highway temper tantrum spiraled out of control. A guy completely loses it, whipping out a gun in traffic. He's not just waving it around, he's pointing it right at another driver. Talk about taking a traffic dispute way too far. The cops weren't having any of it, though. They tracked this hothead down and slapped him with some serious charges. 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's gonna leave a mark on his record. A driver's just waiting to merge, minding his own business. Suddenly, an SUV cuts in front and all hell breaks loose. The SUV driver's arm comes flying out the window and bam! A hammer goes sailing through the air. It smashes right into the victim's windshield, shattering glass everywhere. Who even keeps a hammer handy for traffic disputes? Get a load of this highway drama with a satisfying twist. Some impatient Karen's fuming because a truck isn't speeding to her liking. She zooms around, cuts in front, and starts brake checking the poor trucker. What she doesn't realize is there's a cop right behind her the whole time. This Karen keeps slamming her brakes, totally oblivious to the police car. Suddenly, those flashing lights come on and bam! Instant karma as the cop pulls her over.
Yeah, stupid, and I'm pulling over.
This dashcam footage captures some truly insane road rage in action. A blue Maruti Swift is all over the road, driving like a maniac. The reckless driver keeps cutting off the dashcam car, even denting it at one point. Some bystanders try to step in, yelling at the Swift to cool it, but this hothead isn't listening. The dashcam driver loses it, shouting about the damage to his car. Next thing you know, the Swift screeches to a halt right in the middle of the road. Now both drivers are out, screaming at each other in traffic. This guy slams on his brakes out of nowhere, forcing the car behind to screech to a halt. Next thing you know, he's out of his car, pointing fingers and yelling about getting hit. But our quick-thinking driver has an ace up his sleeve, a dash cam. The moment he mentions that camera, you can see the scammer's face drop. Suddenly, Mr. Road Rage isn't so tough anymore. He slinks back to his car, realizing his insurance scam just went up in smoke. This hothead decides to teach another driver a lesson by slamming on his brakes. Big mistake. The car behind can't stop in time and smashes right into the brake checker's rear end. Now here's the kicker. This guy has the nerve to get mad about it. He jumps out of his car, all fired up, like he's not the one who caused this mess. This brake checker just learned a costly lesson about playing stupid games on the highway. This reckless driver causes a scene, but that's just the beginning. Instead of owning up, this guy goes ballistic on the dashcam owner. He's all up in their face, throwing threats around like it's nobody's business. Then, as if that wasn't enough, he tries to make a run for it. But here's where it gets good. The cops show up just in time. This dashcam footage captures a truly terrifying road rage encounter. A menacing driver pulls up alongside, waving a gun like it's no big deal. You can see the fear in the victim's eyes as he realizes this isn't just your average traffic dispute. The gun-toting maniac is shouting threats, making it clear he means business. Our poor driver is frozen, probably wondering how a simple drive turned into a life-or-death situation. This reckless driver decides to play chicken with oncoming traffic, going the wrong way. Suddenly, another driver had enough of this dangerous stunt. He jumps out of his car and goes berserk on the offending vehicle. You can see him slamming his fists into the doors, then taking his anger out on the side mirrors. The whole car's shaking from the assault. What an encounter. A biker tries to flag down a car, but the driver doesn't notice. Suddenly, a whole gang of bikers swarms the road. These thugs surround the vehicle, looking like real trouble. They start harassing the poor driver. Things get so intense that the driver ends up begging for mercy, frantically apologizing just to make them go away. It's a chilling reminder of how quickly a normal drive can turn into a nightmare. Luckily, that dashcam caught it all, helping police track down these road bullies. This off-duty cop loses it on the road, tailgating the driver before cutting him off and blocking his path. He steps out of his car, full of rage, and starts threatening the dashcam owner. Things get even wilder when he calls for backup from his police buddies. The situation quickly spirals out of control, leaving everyone on edge. Out of nowhere, the driver of a Civic gets furious just because the dashcam owner used the passing lane. The Civic driver brake checks him, even though nothing wrong was done. But karma catches up fast. This road rager ends up with a suspended license and 60 days behind bars. A moment of anger turned into serious consequences. A Karen stops her car right in front of the dashcam vehicle, blocking the road. She steps out, yelling furiously, creating a chaotic scene. The outburst seems totally unprovoked, leaving everyone stunned. It's a classic case of road rage taking a bizarre turn.
Wasn't flipping you off, just tapping the dash cam, you know. Because you want to be a reckless piece of